Joke, everyone.
We're fuzzy.
Oh, we're out of focus.
Why are we out of focus?
Out of focus.
Oh, for God's sake. We're live!
We're live.
Out of focus. Why are we out of focus?
I'm very excited.
There we go. It was just whatchamacallit.
Oh, wait.
It's a lot of light.
I'm supposed to
What?
be on YouTube. Now it's switched over to Facebook.
Well, that's because you just posted that we're live.
Did you click on the button?
I think I did.
He's
But it still says waiting.
technologically challenged.
No, because our Masters of Technology guy has like 8 accounts here.
I don't have 8, I have 16.
Waiting.
Hi! We're back. It's been a while. It's been about, what did you say, almost a month?
No.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, so almost a month, because a month has 4 weeks in it, just in case you're doing the math.
No one was doing the math.
Damn it.
Facebook.
So we are, as you can tell if you're listening, you're on Facebook, Fawn. We're seeing your comments live there. We're also watching on YouTube.
I'm in charge of the comments.
Yes, and so if you're on YouTube, watch us on YouTube. That gives us the money and the wherewithal to make ourselves a name for ourselves. But if you're on Facebook, please join us there. If you're on YouTube, join us there. We'll love you either way.
Yeah?
We're mutually exclusive.
Well, it's questionable. I like to
Float.
wonder.
I like how behind us there's that glow.
Yeah.
Well, we're saint-like.
It's not heaven. So
it's been a hot minute, but we are here to talk about a couple of awesome things.
very excited.
And the cool thing about the way this conversation is going to go today, the two topics we have, one of us has watched both, which would be this guy.
This guy.
Right here. One of us has watched one of the things, and one of us has watched the other on the outer edges.
So in case that was cryptic.
It was.
For everyone involved.
Yes.
And way too much involved.
We lost somebody.
We lost YouTube. YouTube is being...
YouTube.
Yes, well.
Wow. It's
Your Wi-Fi is sucking ass.
I think it's the technology.
I can't speak ill of
Technology?
the internet
No,
because
never.
I depend on it.
So you were saying, just in case that was cryptic.
In case that was cryptic, what my friend Robert here, I kid, is American Gods.
Yes.
Wonderful show. For anyone who hasn't
Stars.
for anyone who hasn't seen it, go see it. I mean, it's not really too many things you can say about that, but
If you aren't watching it, watch it.
yes, right.
I'm good with that
has
statement.
no help whatsoever. But American Gods is actually a really, really good show. I actually sat down and binge watched it recently, and it was eye-opening. It was really, really good. I think they're up to 8 episodes now. I don't know if that's the entire season.
Yeah,
or
we're
if
not
that's
sure.
just
I haven't read up
where
on
they
that,
are so far.
but I've watched 8.
Yeah, I think that might be the entire season.
Wow, they left us high and dry on that.
Yeah, a
one
little
then.
bit. But it was kind of one of those closing scenes where it's
There could be more.
yes, or it
Because-
could end right there until the very next season, keep you interested.
At least Westworld gave me a closing, and like there's other floors.
I take it you don't watch Game of Thrones.
GOT.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
used to watch it. I will binge watch it once it's finally done.
Yeah. So if you watch that, you know all about being left on a cliffhanger, which sucks.
Well,
Well,
or
that's-
if you watch the new Castlevania animated series.
I've heard about that.
They
Good
give you,
things.
It's very good, very gory, but they only give you 4 episodes.
It's
That
good.
is it.
I don't
That
think it's
sucks.
very
Look,
good.
if you're a fan of the games at all ever, then you will be a fan of the anime. That is
that
That's
was
fair.
your.
That's fair.
But no, that is my fiance is a huge fan of the games, huge fan of the books.
Okay. She's
love
all in.
the anime. She's all in.
Okay.
So if you're a fan, then it's gonna feed your fandom.
I think I played one Castlevania
I have the N64 one.
ever.
I
Yeah,
played the regular NES version. That's
You're
not-
never
the
had
side
this.
scroll.
Well,
But there's no much story to the games, really. The story is in the books.
okay, fair.
So if you've read the books at all, then you would love the anime.
it just seems like to me it's another Assassin's Creed.
I
Unless
don't
you're
even see
into
how
it.
you.
I'd have to
well,
Unless you're
play it
into
to
it,
know
you're not
what
missing.
it's
Okay, I was
like.
gonna say it has nothing to do with Assassin's Creed in context, story, historical perspective, character development, or anything else. But unless you're into it, like anything nerd, then you wouldn't get anything out of it.
So before we take a fast shift left,
there we go.
For those of you out there in nerdhooddom, have we
Yes.
come out with a term? Anyway, friends of the podcast.
Friends of the podcast.
Yes.
As he likes to call our
Everybody.
universe.
Yes.
For Castlevania, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, check it out.
Yes.
Leave your comments below if you're excited about it.
Yes,
Great.
please do.
Let us know. That's something we can definitely talk about a little bit later on. With American Gods, like as I mentioned, if you haven't had the opportunity to look at that show, it is, I think, phenomenal.
Okay.
I think it was well done, and I feel that it's going to intrigue a lot of people, especially with the way that the new generation thinks about, talks about, and lives, I guess, their lives, their day-to-day lives.
Well, for somebody who hasn't watched American Gods, like myself,
Mhm.
which if we're going to start with that one, that is my perspective is I have not watched any of it, so I wouldn't know anything about
And I
it.
don't want to give too much away.
Well, I'm okay with giving a little bit away.
If you've seen the trailer, it tells you that it's new gods versus old gods. But what's surprising is who the new gods are, or what they represent, and how they came to be.
Okay.
It's very allegorical, which is what good fantasy writing is.
Yeah. So you've watched the show?
Oh, yeah.
All of it?
All
All
of
the
it.
episodes?
All 8.
What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I kind of see like the like what we're dealing with now.
Okay.
Like you have people who have lived through the birth of the technology age that we're living in now.
Mhm.
Some people who were born like a little bit after that, who have used some of it. Then there's people that don't have any idea what the existence was like before. So you get all three of those demographics there. And each one of these characters that they bring to us, or these gods, seems to be like a different part of like us as a people coming to this point
Yeah.
in history.
So it covers topics like, for example, a god of.
War.
Oh, well, so that would still be an old god,
Well,
too.
that's the old gods. And then you
Yeah.
have...
So who would be-
God of technology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's actually a kid, this punk millennial, who's as annoying as anything, who has no respect for anyone or anything, but he's put in place by a higher god.
So who's
And
a
puts
higher
him in
god?
place.
So is there kind of like a Zeus of the modern?
You could say
Yeah,
that.
you can say that. Yeah,
Okay.
it's played by Crispin Glover.
Oh,
who, those
okay.
of you who are familiar with Crispin Glover, is Marty McFly's dad.
Oh.
Or for those younger people, like myself, it's if you've ever seen Charlie's Angels, it's the guy that smells the hair, that falls in love with Drew Barrymore.
He always plays creepy. He was also in that
Have you looked at
movie.
It suits him.
He was in that movie with Michael J. Fox where he was the ghost hunter. Remember
No. Is that also an older film? Isn't it
the
80s film?
the Frighteners or something like that? I think is what it's called.
80s or 90s film?
It's actually a 2000s film.
Oh, yeah, I have not seen it.
It's starring Michael J. Fox and Crispin Glover, and Michael J. Fox has a near-death experience, and then is suddenly able to see ghosts, but he doesn't want that power.
So it's Sixth Sense in reverse.
And
Yeah.
he ends up in a place where, like, he's being asked to investigate these killings, and it's this killer that was executed being brought back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's actually the previews to it. I remember when it came out. The previews were like, it showed like a face coming through the wall type thing,
That's weird.
and I was like, wow, that's
So-
Michael J. Fox signed
I
on
feel
for
like
this?
And
I
how-
saw
when
the
was that?
preview.
Like early 2000s.
I was gonna say because Michael J. Fox isn't really doing much of anything now, is he?
Wow.
That's me, dude.
I'm sorry. Is it true?
That's me.
It's true.
Dude, you know he has a condition.
Weird.
There you are.
my right and left shoulder, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just saying.
These are the people I get advice from. on a daily
During the
basis.
Charlie Sheen roast, though, the funniest line said in that whole roast was, "Charlie, you were rebirthed back onto TV in Spin City. The only reason why you have a career now is because God hates Michael J. Fox." I was like, what?
Yeah.
See,
That's a
and
bit
my
dark.
comment is better than
What?
that. I'm just saying he's not doing much. Well, because they keep hinting
Yes,
at
creepy
doing.
hair guy.
Yes.
Yes.
Creepy hair guy.
Yes. Well, they keep hinting at a new Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, they want
I'd
to
be
reboot
excited
it.
for that.
I would be very excited about that, but who are you going to do? You can't. Michael J. Fox can't do it.
Well, yeah, but I
He
mean, you have to
could.
revamp, and you gotta get a new doc.
No, you don't. Christopher Lloyd's still around. And he still looks the same.
Sure.
He looks a lot older.
Well, he's a lot
That's
older.
true, but I don't think he could do nearly as many things as
Marty,
he did back then.
It's your kids. All right, so we all agree part 2 was probably the weaker of the 3 movies.
Well, there's a train in the third one, so you got to go with that.
Sure.
Well, the third had a better story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Third-
at that
third.
point they were like, we need to
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Yeah,
for
well.
us to be successful.
Yeah.
2 wasn't bad because it had kind of the revenge story.
It was a convoluted time travel story, though.
Well, that's true, but you have to consider the fact
It
the
was-
whole thing was time travel.
Like the first one, excellent. The third
Yes.
one,
Very good.
very good. The second one, you know what?
It's like,
You lost
Back to the
yourself.
Future.
It's your
Again.
kids.
Yeah.
and they solved it in like 2 minutes. I'm like, so that's the whole movie?
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
so,
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, what I like about American Gods, for
Back to the
one,
topic.
Shadow Moon is the name of the main character.
That's
Which is an awesome name.
It's a great name.
I
It
want
sounds
to
like
name
something.
Shadow Moon.
Shadow Moon. Shadow, first name, Moon.
He has a wife. Her
Has a
name's
wife?
Mrs. Moon.
Mrs. Moon.
That's awesome.
Who,
It sounds like an Indian name almost. What is he the god?
Yes.
What is he the god
that
of?
is true. He's not a god.
No.
Don't tell people.
Ah, shoot!
I'm just
Spoilers!
kidding.
Okay,
No,
we're
you
gonna
actually
keep
have,
spoilers.
you actually have no idea.
We don't know. He
Um,
hasn't been told. He's
yeah.
just.
He's part of it though.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
he's being he basically gets out of jail and he goes home to his wife, but unfortunately he finds out just before he's paroled.
Don't spoil it.
Go.
Well, I am spoiling it.
Go
Spoil
spoil
it.
We're spoiled. Yeah, we're gonna
Fine, we're
spoil
spoiling
everything.
it.
Spoil it.
We're gonna spoil
Can you say
Spider-Man
that
too.
On Facebook? Pat?
What?
No, I don't know where you're going with this, but that whole scene is
Oh,
pretty ridiculous.
I'm almost there. So he's basically told that they're letting him go home early because he did his time, on the simple fact that his wife is now dead,
Yes.
died in a car accident. He
Well,
has
that's
to
like
go
what
home.
the first episode.
5
right?
days
First
before
episode.
he's released.
5 days.
Yeah.
Before he's released. So he ends up like trying to get home, but he sees this older guy like finagling his way onto an airplane, and then finally the old guy tries to hustle him into a job. So he looks like the grifter type.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he looks like he, slept in his car the night before. He's all
Nice.
older, worn, likes
Yep.
to drink, carouse, and he's a talker. He's a smooth talker. He talks his way into everything.
So like who you would want to be in your life?
No. So
You wouldn't want to be a smooth talker
no,
ever?
not this guy.
Okay, but he gets what he wants.
I take it.
You would take it
Yeah.
See?
for that life?
Oh, why not?
See?
God.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's
true.
true.
You'd be a guy. Well, that's just
Well,
it.
I
Well,
mean, it's not really different.
I hate to take a step back, but it opens with a cool Viking war scene on the
Oh.
beaches of America,
Yeah,
circa
it's actually really cool.
800s.
The Vikings got to America?
Yes, they came first.
Well, that's true. Yes, we heard rumors.
The problem is when they got there and they tried to go inland, the natives basically like tore them a new one.
One of the
Nice.
coolest.
One of the coolest scenes
you've ever seen.
that you have to see.
Like,
So
don't
what does it have to
cross
do with-
Don't
this
cross
point.
the grass. Like as soon as he touched the grass, homeboy.
It was like 600 arrows.
all this was covered
The
in arrows.
accuracy was
It
phenomenal.
was insane. They were all blue feathers too,
Yeah.
which was the weirdest thing. They all had blue feathers, and I was thinking, what type of bird in North America had blue feathers? But then I started watching what happened. Which one? That's a lot of blue jays they had to slaughter for all those arrows.
Well, remember,
Yeah,
you don't
more
have to.
abundant back then.
Well, to be fair, you don't have to slaughter the bird to get the feathers.
It's a lot of feathers.
It's a lot of feathers. Some birds had to die for those arrows.
Well,
So
whether you kill them yourself or you take their feathers so they can fly and die anyway, we're down from the cold.
well, it could be like tail feathers or loose feathers, or it could be dyed feathers. They did have dye. The Native Americans did. Dye.
He does have a point. Pigeon?
So
He's not going to give me the point.
back to the story at hand. So you have these Vikings that are stuck now. They want to leave, but they can't because there's no wind.
Yep.
What the hell did they do?
Where
I
did they
know.
land? Did they tell you?
No.
No.
Okay, just somewhere.
somewhere in America.
So irrelevant.
Well,
I mean, no, not for you to ask. I mean, it's like
no,
relevant to the
but
story.
it could be relevant to why there's no wind.
That's true. That's true.
So they decide, well, we
And
have
what
to do
tribe of Native
something.
Americans it was?
He's really focused on the facts and
So they decide, you know what? We have to have help from the gods to get us back home. We need wind. We have to like give them an offering. I know. We'll offer everyone's right eye. So let's get a hot knife and shove it in each other's eyes.
Yep.
Seriously?
Yes.
They gave up their right eye.
Quick, fast, in a hurry. There was like
It
no
was like,
hesitation.
nothing, right?
Yeah, didn't even
no
flinch.
win. They're like getting torn up by bugs.
Now, mind you, if I was
They're
mine, I'd be
Vikings.
upset.
They're
Because
Vikings,
there's
and
no
they're
way
all
to-
led by the strongest and oldest one.
Right,
So
sure.
he's calling all the shots. He's like, well, that didn't work. I'm gonna have to just up the ante here. Let's make some sacrifices, guys.
Yep.
So they
Wow.
start pulling in lots of who's gonna give up their life for the win. And he's like, no. So the biggest guy comes over and he's like, yep, you're gonna have to do it. They light a funeral pyre and throw him in it still alive.
Well, I think they tied him down and then lit it on fire.
Well, yeah.
But he was still alive.
He was
That's
still
the
alive,
important part.
screaming his bloody head off.
It was fantastic.
A little bit of a breeze.
These guys were demanding.
Oh yeah,
They're-
It
Yeah.
wasn't until
Don't forget them.
Yeah.
it wasn't until they decided to carve up this image into some wood, and then they were like, I think we're gonna have to square off. And they squared off with each other fighting. And there's a scene where a dude loses his arm with the sword still in it. It flies through the air and goes right through another guy's neck.
Oh, it was great.
It was a severed arm killing another man.
Wow.
It was determined.
Then the wind came. And then
Only at
everyone
that point-
hopped on the boat and took off.
Whoever was left.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
they were gone.
they were
Quick.
they were gone, and nobody said a single word.
We don't
no
talk
one
about it.
spoke
Didn't
about
happen.
it. Did nothing like that happened. They didn't end up anywhere.
They were buttholes.
Yes.
But
But
I said that.
200 years later, his son shows up and discovers America. Leaf. They did mention that in that closing sentence.
Oh.
So then you fast forward to him getting out of jail. Like you're wondering how all this fits in. So the guy keeps pushing him to like work for him. He's like, no. He's doing all these tricks with coins.
He's like, I've
flipping
got a
them
job.
through. He goes, you don't have a job. Trust me. Your best friend,
Well,
Dead.
it's like- yeah. And
they
it's
both died in a car accident. His best friend and his wife.
together.
that's-
Together.
which means they were.
Which you never know. Yeah, they could have just been going for a joyride.
Sure.
Well, little did they know.
Well, little
that-
did he know.
True.
The God knew.
Yes, that it was
Well-
in fact a joyride.
So they end up at
Eh.
a bar, and they end up doing this little deal where he's like, you drink this mead.
Hold that thought. I do believe, Billy. Shout out to Billy. Thanks for watching.
Billy!
Really? There you go.
I do think that the guy with a severed arm dies. I think that's
kinda sad.
He lost his
Well,
arm
he
because
severed.
you lose your stabbing arm in a fight. Somebody else is gonna stab you.
Yes,
Yeah, it just seems like the likely victim message scenario.
I'm thinking so.
But hopefully we answer that question. So
I hope we answer that
he
question.
might be at fault, but I don't think anyone would care.
No.
It's
Not that
it's one of those scenes that kind of ranks up there with like, if anyone's seen Wonder Woman, spoilers. There's that little battle on the beach. It's kind of like that almost.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. That was a cool battle scene.
Yeah,
I
Did
enjoyed
you do
it.
a slow mo?
Great show.
there was a lot of slow mo in this.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of
It just-
slow-mo.
Like you actually see a dude like basically take this huge axe through another guy's skull, and you see the skull just explode,
gone.
like blood
Phenomenal.
everywhere.
Oh, I
Wow.
was
So
like-
it's definitely not for the kids.
No,
Especially when you get to episode 3.
no. Oh yes.
Yeah, no kids. You can't even pretend to have kids there.
No.
No.
Not even slow.
Like,
Did
it's,
you watch in the dark by yourself and hope for the best?
No, I was actually
No,
watching with a buddy.
no. No, it's actually
It got weird.
Look,
Wow.
The show basically he strikes a deal with him, but before he seals the deal, he get this tall Irish dude with a beard steps in and starts like picking a fight with him. So they start like hammering away at each other. And this guy, you know what? The show kind of tipped their hand. I knew this guy was a leprechaun.
Wow, with the
Yeah,
Yes,
coins, pulling gold coins out of everywhere. And I'm like, dude's a leprechaun. He's even got like all the stereotypical beard. The only thing is that he's like 6 foot what?
yeah,
7? He's
the
like
height
tall.
thing is a total myth.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you
In
can
the
be any
story.
height and be a leprechaun.
Are you sure about this?
Well, you're just proving that point. I'm just saying.
All I know is that the first time I ever saw a leprechaun was in that Disney film with Sean Connery. Yeah, Little Leprechauns.
Was the movie called Leprechaun?
No, it was called. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's like a 1960s Disney movie.
Huh.
Where like it's Sean Connery, a very young Sean Connery,
Yeah.
and it's
Before
like,
Bond.
yeah, before Bond.
Wow.
Like this was his big role, and there were these little people, and there were the leprechauns, and like you see like a scene of them riding their little miniature horses, and they have like the big pots of gold.
You
and
sure it's a
everything.
Disney movie?
100% sure it is Disney. If anyone out there knows,
It's bold.
please let us know.
Yeah, I never remember a Disney movie.
Leprechauns aren't real.
Well,
And if they are, they're a lot taller than they look.
well,
Yeah.
To be fair, you're doing on a show that's about God, so if leprechauns aren't real, then, you know.
I just want everyone to
Nothing's
know
real.
that it's now down to 82 degrees in my house.
It
down
is
from 84.
utterly ridiculous.
It's insane.
Look, I am the type that when I'm not home, I turn off the air. Sorry. I
I
turn off the air.
Ridiculous.
am now open to sacrifices.
Yes, right. If you guys are interested, and I will post it, I will be posting a recorded video to YouTube because the YouTube live act is acting like a female of some sort that is not pleasant.
Why does that have to be female?
B-I-T-C-H, you jackhole. Trying to be polite for people, but you're making me go all, what was the word for it? Inappropriate?
Inappropriate?
Yeah. So, if you are going to watch on YouTube and you don't see it, we will post the recording from Facebook on YouTube later. YouTube is being an ass today.
So he finally gets to his destination.
Just so you know.
He's giving you the whole synopsis.
Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Thank you, Billy. That is the name of the movie.
And it is a Disney movie.
And it is a Disney movie
When is it? It's the 60s?
in the 60s.
Oh, well, that
It's a
proves
long
just
time
how old you are.
Oh.
So then he gets to his destination, and it's the funeral, and he is distraught because he was totally in love with his wife.
Yep.
Totally
Crazy.
crazy
Head over
love.
heels.
Well, that's fair enough. You can't blame him for that. I mean, it's his wife, right? I mean, unlike most of us, you may choose one woman and stay with them forever.
So then we get to the point where he gets to the funeral, and he's standing next to this blonde chick, who at first I thought was her sister,
Right.
and she's
So you're literally giving the whole show away now, right?
well
You're beyond. You're beyond.
by
spoilers.
episode.
Bye. Episode 1.
Episode 1. So she's sitting there, and she totally like is a total like jerk to him. He doesn't understand why until she leans into him and says they were having an affair
Well, duh.
while you were in jail.
Yes.
And the way she died was while he was driving, she had her head in his lap.
Death by
and-
fellatio.
When the car accident happened, she bit down
Oh.
Yeah.
and died with it in.
Oh.
So
That's
this
just-
lady was bent on
Oh.
revenge on the dead. She didn't care. She thought
Yep.
what they got what they had coming to them. All this other stuff. She was like vengeful, spiteful, and he's just torn up because he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Ever since
Well, who's this woman now?
she is the wife of the guy,
Whose dick was in the other?
Of Shadow Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait, no. The other guy.
the other guy.
Yeah,
the other guy is named Rodney, I think.
Yes.
The one who lost his unmentionables in her mouth.
His flag.
Yes.
Yes.
It was just... Oh.
So does the guy, and it says Shadow Moon, who's the main story guy, and the wife of the guy who's,
Do it on their grave?
yeah.
No.
No, but she proposed it.
Oh, did she?
She
did.
proposed it.
She was
very
She was
about it.
very emphatic about doing the nasty on top of their graves.
Which is fair.
Which is fair.
Really, dude? No, you didn't even charge your phone.
I did on the way over. I charged on the way over. That's what I got. You're not helping with any of your
This is
fancy
awesome.
tech. It's not like you're hiding tech from me. You don't have any tech.
She did pee on the grave.
She
You are
did-
correct.
Yes,
Thank
she
you
peed
for
on
watching
his grave, and
American
she
Gods.
and let me tell you, it seems like
And it only goes
it seems
downhill
like the
from there.
story then molds into how does Shadow like come to grips with this relationship?
Yeah.
It was a complete total sham, and like there's a lot of but then you have the overall story of this guy's just like being exposed to this world of gods even existing, and he's not even putting two and two together.
Yep.
Like he doesn't want to believe it. He's just like, what the heck? These are all magical, mystical beings. He doesn't put two and two together. Meanwhile, you do get the experience of his wife going through the process of dying and meeting, you say his name is Anubis.
I'm pretty sure it's Anubis.
Which was the Egyptian god of the underworld.
Right.
I think he was just plain old death.
Does it matter? Well, the reason why I ask is because whether
in this
it's
show
Anubis,
it does.
Because there's new old gods and old gods.
Yes,
I'm
if
curious
he's-
to see
If
who
he's
it
the
turns out
god
to
of
be.
death and Anubis, then you're talking two generations.
Because-
you're talking Anubis would be way, way, way
You did
back.
tell me that.
So Anubis would be way, way, way
Yes,
back in time.
ancient gods.
Death would be not modern, would be old god. And then you might have a new god of
Now,
something
meanwhile,
else.
he's hanging out with this really old god who we're assuming is really old. He's saying he's been here a while. He doesn't say much about himself. He calls himself Wednesday. The leprechaun says he isn't what he means. He's saying he is. He's somebody else.
There's a lot of shadiness.
There's a lot of shadiness. So you're kind of like, is he the devil or a personification of the devil? And so you start thinking down the list of gods who it could have been. At first, I thought it was Odin. No, he's not Odin. You know, you start
Didn't
working
he
your way
say he was
down.
Odin?
No, he didn't say he was the All-Father.
No. What did he say he was?
He didn't say anything yet.
in 8 episodes.
He
never
called
tells
himself.
you
He called himself a different name. It started with an A though. It was like Anastae, Anastu.
Did you look it up?
No.
We didn't see this. You should do.
So
I'm just saying.
so then it's Anubis. Well, I think he's deaf.
Okay.
I think
Again,
Agree to disagree.
it matters. It matters, but it doesn't matter.
Until he
It
actually says
serves
it,
the same
and
function.
I'm thinking of watching the credits just to see.
He's not missing one eye.
No, he's not missing it.
See? Yeah.
No.
So here we go.
Well, that's
love
only
that
one
actually.
version of the. That's only one version of Odin. Anyway.
Well, every episode starts with like a coming to America. How these gods. So the premise is that wherever these people came from, they brought their gods with them, and they manifested here in America, and they took
Fair
on
enough.
personalities. The slave ship, there was a spider on the board,
Yep.
and the slave was praying to him, and the spider took the form of a person in like modern time, wearing a suit, glasses, everything, and he basically said, "You guys are screwed anyways.
For the next 300 years.
300 or 400
Yeah.
years?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
It's
guys
like-
are screwed. You might as well take down the ship and not go the rest of the way." And that's what they did.
Yeah. It was a great story.
Except for him, he turned himself back into a spider, ended up on a wood, and then ended up on America.
Yes.
so the god ended up on America, but not the people who was praying. to him.
Correct.
Correct.
Oh.
It's
So
it's a
gods are assholes. Is what you're
Yes.
saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Well,
I
they
mean, yeah.
feed off of.
giant kids with a magnifying glass. I mean, in
Yeah.
tragedy is when most people pray the most. In times of prosperity, people forget.
Yeah.
This is- yeah.
Well,
They're
no,
gods.
no. You put your attention and your time and your devotion to something else.
Correct.
The TV god, the technology god,
Mm.
and then this other guy who's Crispin Glover. We don't know what god he is, but he's in charge of these two.
Mr. World.
Mr. World, yeah.
It's a really cool series.
It's really cool.
I know
Sounds
he
like-
shared most of the first episode.
Yeah,
Um,
there's 7 others that you guys need to dive into.
But
the
even
god
so-
of the goddess of sex, or what was it?
new god or old god.
She's the old god. Remember the
Yes. And I
which
didn't know which
was freaky.
Yeah. No.
That
It was
freaky.
weird. It was weird, but it's definitely.
Oh
worth
my
watching.
god!
Um,
This is G-rated, right, or PG?
Sure.
Well, or whatever it is, it's Facebook.
Yeah.
Dude, she pushes a guy all the way inside of her.
Should I grow? It's
Like she grows
so
really big
weird.
and pushes.
It's so weird.
Like he
that's-
basically worships her and becomes like
Yeah.
a sacrifice. In other words.
She is.
And
She
then
is
she-
literally the sex god, and it's like you see her backstory
Yep.
and how she
An
ruled these
entire
people
civilization.
and as people continue to.
And she would liquefy them and absorb them.
Yes,
That's weird.
it is weird.
It is weird.
but it was interesting to watch.
Right.
There's a lot of gore.
Yes,
There's a lot, of gore.
gore.
There's a little bit of zombie action. Kissing a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Yes.
Very
kissing
much
a
so.
zombie.
So,
Worth
if
it.
you haven't seen American Gods, please watch American Gods.
Please
if
watch
you don't
it.
have stars,
Amazon Prime.
shh, you still need stuff.
You still need stars.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Call a friend.
Call a friend, call a family member, whoever it is.
Or
Make
just
sure
hang
you
out.
you get a chance to.
Hang
The
out on
internet
someone's
is full of
couch.
wonderful things.
Yes.
So
The interwebs.
Good. Yeah, American Gods is good. Then
it is.
We'll go with
It
that.
is. So I can't wait until you watch it.
Yes.
Once he watches it, we'll talk about it again. just to make sure that we get all three of a perspective on it and to kind of see where he's at, because he sometimes offers a different.
Well, I've been into Greek mythology and the world of gods, so I think I would probably have some insights into.
No, I'm excited.
So yeah, I would
and you'd be surprised who's playing some of these gods. You have Gillian Anderson playing the TV god.
Nice.
You have the crazy Russian guy who was in Fargo. Yeah, that's Scully.
Scully.
He was in Fargo. He was also in Armageddon.
Nice.
He's the god of war.
Makes sense.
You have, and that was Bryan Cranston, who was the god of, who was Vulcan.
Nice.
That was Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
He doesn't last long, but it's a very cool performance. Being Vulcan.
Indeed.
So that is American Gods.
American Gods. I highly
endorse it.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs.
You can't
Oh
do
wait,
that.
can't do that. That's a trademark. We're gonna sue. Don't sue us.
Half a thumb. I bite my thumb.
A digit. An opposable digit.
Yes, do we 2 opposable digits? Yeah. So,
Anyone watching the All-Star game tonight?
Oh, for God's sake!
It's on tonight. Last night was the home run derby.
No, that is sports. That is not nerd. Yeah, go away. All right. So the next topic is
A movie that I can't wait to see on TNT on a Saturday where I can sleep through half of it.
wow. So
Share your real feelings.
yeah, and again, from a guy who really doesn't, he really sucks the teeth of DC and hates Marvel, so we really can't take his opinion as full
A
throttle.
few things with DC.
Oh yeah, more than a few. If it's Batman related, he's all. Is that how it goes?
No, I think so.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. How does that go again, Robert? Oh, okay, let's just make sure.
If you need help, I
Just
can
make
help
sure.
you.
He did that apparently.
He did that very well.
Very well. I'm in the middle here.
Yeah, well, there you
I'm
go.
a small guy.
The only person who benefits is you. So the next topic is the Spider-Man movie.
Homecoming!
Also
Homecoming,
known as the excuse to sell more toys at Toys R Us.
which is every DC movie ever. But moving on,
Yep.
at least Marvel does it
I
right.
had mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing, and this is kind of a cool perspective. I am
Look,
all
kids, it's Spider-Man with wings.
okay. That's from 1940, so you can bite me with your Batman and his shark bait.
I bite my thumb at these songs.
Yes, there's a lot of fun biting. So I go from I'm all in with the new Spider-Man movie. You're kind of meh, and he's a total never will see it because he's going to sleep
I
through
will
it.
see it.
No, you said you
I
sleep
just
through
don't
it.
want to pay for it.
Right.
He's not a true nerd.
No, he's not. He is.
I don't
He's,
wanna
he's
see
a
it.
fake nerd. He's a half nerd.
How could that be?
He's just very, he's
Of all things, there are certain things that you need to watch, right?
I'll watch it for $6.
Okay, Star Trek.
Let's do that tonight.
Right.
I'll watch it tonight. Who's up for it?
I gotta go back to work.
I gotta go home. Anyhow.
I'm sorry.
I'm the nerd.
Yeah.
Well.
So here's the thing with the Spider-Man movie.
Yes.
I'm willing to watch it tonight
This is a reboot.
for $6.
This is a reboot in the Marvel comic universe.
Yes.
Now we know the problems.
Very sad.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a snack.
The problems with this movie was, of course, the rights to the movie. You know we can still see you, right?
Yes.
The problem with this movie is the rights to the movie because it's not owned by Disney Marvel.
Yeah.
It's owned by Sony Marvel.
Sony!
So this was very
The
difficult.
makers of my television set
Yes.
and my PlayStation 4.
There you go. So it was very difficult to really pull this together.
Did they use iPhones in the movie or did they use their Sony phones?
No, it was iPhones, I believe. Yeah. So you're not an origin story. This is Spider-Man. I would say kind of like a 2.5 because you already saw him in Avengers. Cool part, and there were any spoilers just like there were for American Gods. The first,
Which they reference in the film, by the way.
Yes.
His role in the Avengers.
That is-
it's actually a really cool perspective.
come on,
Yeah,
right?
no, that was like one of the best scenes in the film.
the first
Like,
5
such a geek.
10 minutes of the movie
Yeah.
are awesome.
Yeah.
The last 3 seconds of the movie are fantastic.
Yes.
There are a lot of cool bits in the movie. If you're looking for a Spider-Man who's all jazzed up and ready to fight every enemy under the sun, this is not that Spider-Man. This is a young, almost there
He
Spider-Man.
wants to fight every enemy.
Yes,
at a time.
he does.
Is he ready?
No.
No.
And for those of you who are worried, like Ernie over here was talking about, was, it's Iron Man with Spider-Man. No. Iron Man has maybe, what would you say, 5 to 7 minutes of screen time total, really?
Let's say more like
Pure,
that.
yeah, maybe 10.
It's not
Let's go for
that
10,
much.
round numbers. It's not that much. He's there as a mentor, but that's about it.
That brings up a point.
Yes.
In the previews, there's the scene.
There is one scene that is missing, right?
81 degrees.
where he's flying. And
Yes.
and that upset me. It wasn't in the. I didn't see it. I might have blinked.
No, it
but
isn't. There is a
I did
scene
not
at least.
see it.
Yeah, there was at least one. It's like a Rogue One thing all over again. There's a scene you want to see, and they
And you're
didn't
like
see it.
excited for it. You're like, all right, cool, they're teaming up. And it's like, no, we're not really going to do it.
Yes, that was the one where they go shoom past the
Yes.
screen. Yeah, never happens.
That's
Never happens.
it's very depressing.
It is that. But again, it is a Spider-Man movie with Iron Man overtures. You can't compete. My favorite Spider-Man story is the Gwen Stacy from Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
That's top notch.
I'm
That's
right there
the
with
best
you.
of the Spider-Man.
Yeah, it makes
This-
the least. It
Yeah.
grossed the least amount of money.
I know, it's the best story.
Timing.
Yeah. Timing is everything. This is below that by a good notch and a half.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a young Spider-Man with all the characters you know, but not, this is this character, love me. No, it's just kind of there.
Question:
Yes.
would you go this one or the original? By original, I mean the Tobey
No, I
Maguire.
know what you mean. This one because I don't like Tobey.
Fair.
That's if you go by actors, this is a better actor than Tobey was.
Well, everybody's.
And it's well,
Tobey was.
yeah, true. The thing is that this makes Spider-Man real.
Yes.
They try to make him real in the movies, but this one actually goes ahead and makes him like a real person, trying to figure out what the heck he's doing. Given a ton of cool stuff by Tony, which is awesome.
Yep.
But he's like, what do I do with half this stuff?
Yeah.
I'm just a kid from the neighborhood.
Very, very interesting story. I mean, Robert and I disagree on how smart the kid is. I think
Yes.
he's very smart. He's just young and hasn't really found his comfort level yet.
Yes.
And he just thinks that he's just not as smart as the previous Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think that he's smart academically, obviously, because he goes to the national event and watches
answers questions
answer
without
questions without thinking. So he's book smart, but real world he's sheltered. His Aunt May, is
Well, so are the other Spider-Man.
yeah, but the other Spider-Men have street smart, so is that because
They
of
were
their
just older.
No, that may be too. I don't know. There's factors there. Aunt May, I still say she's too young. The show stealer for this movie, in my opinion, and I think you can agree at least a little bit,
Yep.
was, of course, Michael Keaton.
Sure.
I think he was a show stealer. I think he played Vulture perfectly. I think he didn't make him petty. He made him a
Correct.
real, dynamic character and tied it beautifully back to the larger universe.
I will agree.
All right, so May's hot,
Yes, which is wrong.
and
They
the
should never
costume
do
was
it.
kind of meh.
The costume was meh, but the abilities of what the costume could do was pretty sweet. And
Good.
the end of the movie where they show the other costume that he doesn't take, even cooler. I think with Spider-Man at this point, we've seen every costume under the sun.
Nope.
And they need to show more of the newer stuff that's coming out.
Cosmic
So
Spider-Man.
They need to show it though.
Well, Cosmic Spider-Man.
It's a whole
That's
different
like
story.
way in the
Yeah.
future.
Give me
There's a lot
that.
going on.
Give me that.
Like,
I'm
trying to
tired of seeing
explain
Red
that
and Blue.
outfit would
Yeah.
be like utterly ridiculous.
That would be sweet. Well, the question.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see all of the Spider-Man,
Of
including
course.
2099.
Well, what they need to do is they need to do the multiverse Spider-Man.
I think that's
That
like
would explode
ultimately
people's
where
minds.
they would go.
Yes. If
The
so-
original Iron Spider costume in the comic. Thank you, Billy.
Yes, the original Iron costume. Well,
Yeah.
the real question that comes out of this, as far as costumes go, is what costume does he get for Infinity Wars?
I think it's the next one.
What is that going to be? Because he's in outer space. Spiders don't fly. We know that. They aren't going to be able to survive in outer space. So how is he going to be able to participate in this battle with the current suit? He needs to upgrade. And that could be, very well, the Iron Spider-Man suit.
Which would make sense.
Which would make sense. The one they showed him is cool, but it still wouldn't be defensible against like a Thanos or something. He'd still get thrown halfway across the street and be dead. I mean, sorry. You're talking gods versus a man or a kid who's bitten by a spider. Not the same. All the characters are there. Shocker's there. Flash Gordon's there. All of his girlfriends are there. But he's not dating anybody yet, which I think is kind of cool that it's not a love story.
Agreed. There's actually
You don't need
I mean, the love story is there.
Yes.
But it's unique because it's not your typical love story, and the way everything turns out is
Yeah, like what
it's
the...
very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So there's very little focus on that. It does grab your attention briefly.
Yes.
What would be the love story part?
Yes. You
Grab
think
your-
it's going to go somewhere.
Yes. But there's a lot that happened. There's a lot of relationship development, I should say. versus character development in
Yes.
the movie. And one of I think the only person that may have, for me, stolen the movie more than Michael Keaton would be, it's a new actress. Well, not a new actress, but
His
I think
daughter?
Yes.
Yeah,
His
Vulture's daughter.
Well, I didn't want to.
Well, at this
Spoiler
point, yeah,
alert,
spoiler
yes.
alert. Well,
No.
No?
That's not who she is.
Oh, who are you thinking?
I was thinking Zendaya,
Oh,
the girl that plays Zendaya.
Oh.
You don't get her name until the end.
MJ.
He's
Spoilers!
really bad at this.
yes. Okay.
They purposely keep this until like the very end of the film.
Biggest kept secret of the whole movie. Oh, and by the way, I was lied to by the internet yet again. I hate you all, internet. There is not that many after credit scenes. There is literally one,
And it's horrible.
and it is awful.
But it makes me
It's
laugh.
so freaking funny, but it is awful. So
It's awful, yeah.
stay
No, it
for
makes
it
you
if
mad
you want.
and
It makes you
laugh at
mad.
the same time.
Yeah, it's
You want to punch your neighbor.
you really do.
Uh,
It's awful but funny. It's worth staying for. It's worth staying for. I say it's a good movie to see.
yeah.
I think it redevelops the character, brings him back,
Agreed.
and gives you
Agreed.
lots of channels,
Yes.
little directions to go
Yes.
in. It really depends on what they do next.
For Captain America.
Okay. So he's doing these public service
It
messages throughout the
is-
entire movie.
Phenomenal.
Okay, he does this one for exercise. He does this other one. What was it? It was against being in detention.
Yes.
Throughout the whole
It's
thing,
so
he's doing
funny,
these stupid little public service messages, like you see from the 1960s, like the after-school special
Yes.
type shit.
But for anybody who paid close attention, there's one scene where he's basically like Smokey the Bear, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm partnering with your teacher to blah, 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 blah. And he's like, kids, exercise is important. Myself and your coach, who's actually
On the wrong side.
On that side, which is so it's such a
It's
small
perfect.
and minute thing, but it's absolutely hilarious.
Yes. It's like if you've ever been to high school, college, or anything, you've ever seen one of these damn public
Yes.
service. It's like it's that, but it's
Yeah.
it's Captain America.
Yes.
It's like okay, I can deal with this.
It's like I exist.
I exist.
I need a job to make money.
Fair enough.
I'm here now.
What do you do? No, it's very cool. It's very funny. Now, here's the biggest issue that I've seen on the internet regarding the movie
Okay.
and the Marvel Universe in general, which will I admit was a flaw that they made themselves.
Okay.
They self-delivered on this error. Is the timeline of when everything happens.
Oh yeah, I mean,
They screwed that up. They screwed it up in two key factors. One with the Spider-Man being Spider-Man in Iron Man.
right?
Two, I think it was, where the little kid is Spider-Man. That screwed up their timeline hugely.
Yes,
And also the 8 years later,
it's a long
right in
time.
the beginning, which doesn't match up either. So they screwed themselves. Keep things ambiguous, for God's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Let the events speak for themselves. You don't need specific dates to make the conversation flow with your story. You
Yeah.
just need to say, these things happened in some form. Show a newspaper, show a TV. You did that. You don't need to give me dates.
Yeah,
You're only going to mess yourself up because there is the big book. I've seen it in some of the behind the scenes. There's this book about this thick of the timeline of everything.
good.
But if you're not going to stick to it, then don't stick to it. You're going to make mistakes, fine. Bad parts of the movie is, and again, you have this issue, fight scenes.
Yes. I think they were a little lacking.
And here's my theory. He's young. He doesn't know how to fight yet.
It's true, but I don't know. I just felt like the movies. I mean, the fight scenes. I did like them. I just felt like they came to a peak and stopped.
And the one in the airplane made me nauseous.
Yes, I don't
It's
really.
like, why are you doing that to the camera? It's like going back to Blair Witch or something.
Well, true, but I
Like
mean, I actually like the high intensity in the plane. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, there's a plane scene.
Yes.
Where there's
Spoilers.
actually a lot of action,
Spoilers.
and it. I think it's one of the best scenes in the film, personally.
I found the blinking lights distracting.
Did you?
Of the plane surface.
I mean, that's
It's kind of like,
fair.
well, I'm watching that, I'm watching this, watching that, I'm watching this. It's blinking again. Why is it blinking? Stop with the blinking!
I don't know if I paid attention to the blinking.
I got distracted by the shining.
Yeah,
It's like watching Ernesto's head, you know? It's like,
it's
when it starts shining, you just gotta...
But I like the movie. I just didn't feel like it was Andrew Garfield good.
Yes.
And that's what I was hoping for.
Which is, again,
So I was
Andrew
a little
Garfield
biased.
is still better
Yes.
than this.
I thought it was well done. I mean, it had a range of emotions in Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was, I just want
Yeah.
to punch the writers
Yeah, no, I hear you.
for doing that to me.
Yes,
It's not nice.
no.
Yeah?
So, Spider-Man, a definite watch.
Yep.
Not worth extra
2 out
money.
of
If
3.
you can get it for $6, see it for $6. I think it's still worth it. It's a fun romp. It's like watching. It's like the same concept. You gotta go in with the right mindset to this stuff. It's like going into TMNT 2 and expecting high drama.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's not.
No.
If you enjoy the video game, Turtles Through Time, then you'll enjoy the movie.
Yep.
It's literally that. So it's the same kind of thing. You gotta be in the right mindset, and you gotta be coming to it with an open mind, and not like certain people who, if it isn't certain things that they already like, they're not gonna look at it.
Yeah.
Over there. That dude. Like us, love us, YouTube, Facebook,
Wait,
and
unobtainium is a
Is
real
real.
element.
yes, this is his factoid of the day. We call
I
them
thought it
the
was yes.
VEFs.
Unobtainium.
Okay.
It's real.
Yeah. I
Is
thought
it-
James
is
Cameron
it-
just got lazy in Avatar, and
But
no,
it's,
it's
is
a
it
real.
unobtainable?
Yes, the guy who discovered it named it that.
I wonder if it's a space element. Something you only get like off meteorites and stuff.
Fine. I mean, it could be.
Find out. Let us know.
And
Yes?
you don't want to eat raw cashews.
Why?
It's like cyanide.
Nice.
So you have to eat them when they sell in the stores. They're usually dry roasted, so that chemical doesn't kill you.
So, you want to kill your neighbor, friend, lover, anyone? Cashews.
Also, don't
Walnut
eat
thought.
apricot pits, peach pits. Those are filled with cyanide.
What are you trying to teach people how to assassinate people?
The little bits of blowfish that they sell, like if
Okay,
a little
I
bit
would
of that
never-
poison.
I would never eat
gets in it-
Disclaimer.
Yes.
Two Nerds and a Joke will not be responsible for any.
Anything you do ever.
Yes.
In any form or fashion
Nope.
from listening to our show.
Yes.
I did do the Pringle challenge with my daughter.
You did do it.
Yes.
You were told not to.
What's the bringer challenge?
So you get like the
Sorry.
12. What the?
Yeah.
The heat.
The heat melted everything.
Yeah.
The heat melted everything.
So you
You
get.
panicked.
He was like, "What's the Pringle challenge?"
Oh my god!
So Pringles now makes a myriad of flavors.
They always have made a lot, but now they make
Now
huge
they
amount
make
more.
like even weird flavors. Now there's like cheeseburger,
Half of their flavors are weird now. Yeah.
pizza, like you name it, they got it, right? So my daughter made me get like a whole bunch of them. And we put them in brown paper bags, and essentially we had to reach in there and guess what flavor it was.
And how'd it go?
Well, I let her win, of course, so my punishment was to eat one chip.
She
From
legitimately
each
won.
one.
He really is that bad. He has no taste buds. He has no taste.
I have taste.
No.
It's okay.
I have taste. It's all right, Robert.
But
Someday you shall grow up.
Someday.
when I grow up to become you, and that day the world will end. Anywho's, like us, love us, try the Pringle challenge at your own risk, as always. Don't eat apricot pits at any point,
Or peach pits.
or peach pits,
Or raw cashews.
or raw cashews. Like us, love us, YouTube.
Or uncooked tapioca pudding.
Oh, for God's sake. YouTube,
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
People still eat it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Instagram,
sure.
Pinterest, Instagram, and all the rest. Love us, like us. Please, we do have a Patreon account. Patronize us. We do like to be patronized on a regular
Yeah.
basis. We will try and get more content back out there. It has been a while for all of us,
Content.
but life does get in the way sometimes.
That
It
does.
does.
I was at Disney.
Bastard.
We didn't care
Anywho,
then.
yes.
Yeah.
If you will, Ernie, as always.
Peace out.
Jesus.